Always good to talk to my man, Wilson Reis. It has been way too long. It is good to see you, my friend. I guess first and foremost, let's just ask, how are you holding up, man? These are crazy times for all of us. We're stuck in our house. How are you doing, man?
Yeah, man, crazy time, man. Nice talk to you too, man, John. Great seeing you. Yeah, man, it's been crazy. It's been definitely a very new, thing. Have to deal with, and get used to, and just pray for the best and pray that this, goes by soon, soon than later. But I'm doing my best, man. And stay positive, doing my running, training, and doing my social distance, which is hard to do for me, but but I'm doing my best, we got called this week, to help my teammates. They have a fight coming up, and I thank God I've been healthy, so I went there help them, But now the card is scratched, so take a little break again. So we just, I'm just, waiting for good news, that we get back. And I heard from, like, I guess, from the California government that we start, I guess, the first week of May. So hopefully they, hopefully it goes that way. For now, we just have to, do what we have to do.
That's good, man. That's good. Let's hope. Fingers crossed. Well, it's been about a year since we've seen you fight, man. And I know, like you said, man, you're always with your teammates. You're always helping out. And I mean, you're staying involved in the game, of course.
Yeah,
but
yes.
but what has the last year been like for you, man? I mean, have you been wanting to fight? Have you been hoping to fight, or did you take some time off on purpose? What's it been like for you?
Not really, man. Unfortunately, it's been actually a year now. I fought this pretty much, the same time last year. Unfortunately, my last fight, I had an injury. I broke my ankle, my fibula bone. So then, that took pretty much the rest of the year to recover, But then, around November of last year, I got cleared from my doctor, so I was already training and everything. But unfortunately, I couldn't get any offers, any good offers. So we in the beginning of this year, we signed with the ARES, so that came along. There was a great offer, from them. So then I signed with them now, and then I was scheduled to my debut to be in this coming July, but unfortunately with those pandemic going on, that will be delayed to hopefully October or November, I don't know. But yeah, so now I'm very excited and happy that I have a date. I'm gonna fight. No, we don't have a date, but we have something going on. We have the promotion, the fights already signed and everything, versus Taylor Lapillus. We just don't have a date. But I don't have signed with ARES right now. I'm excited with this new promotion. The so far, they had their first event, and I was looking forward to watching the second event, and with this whole thing going on. But yeah, so unfortunately, last year I had to deal with the injuries. The first time in my career that I had to go through surgery. It was my first surgery in my career, and then thank God it was in the foot, so it kind of healed fast. But yeah, it took pretty much the whole year last year. So now I'm back. I'm healthy. My legs good and kicking and everything. So hopefully, we'll get this. Can't wait to be back, man. Never took this time, this. I mean, a couple times in UFC, it took like 7 months break between fights, but never a year.
Talk to me about the end of your UFC run, man. Obviously, didn't get the results you wanted at the end,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I mean, you're fighting, champions and top level challengers. So what did you feel about your performances? What would you attribute the losses to? And I mean, were there any lessons you can take out of what I know was a difficult stretch for you?
Yes, no, it was definitely a lot of lessons to take out, man. Since the fight with Demetrius Johnson, I just, I had 3 losses back to back. It was besides one loss when I fought John Moraga, I thought that fight could go either way. But versus Demetrius and versus Cejudo, that was like devastating losses. But then I took a lot of lessons from those fights, and then it just just the caliber of fighters that was keep fighting back to back, in my careers, and that's what I like too. I always like to fight top contenders, and when you are not only in UFC but in top promotions, I have been in Bellator and Cage Wars and UFC. You only fight top competition, especially in UFC. And my last fight, unfortunately, I was in a great shape. I had a great camp here at Alliance MMA with all my coaches, and then it was such a bad luck, and I should be do a couple of things I should have done during my game plan, but I kind of like stay right in front of Pantojas, and he landed a beautiful right hand, and when I took the right hand, my weight went back to my left foot. At the same second, I broke my with the bone, and when I fell down, I knew it was something was wrong. I said, "Man, something's wrong here," and then I just like paralyzed. I just couldn't move. You know, the Herzog was the referee, and he was a great referee. He knew it was something wrong, so he stopped the fight right away. And then I was getting killed by Pantoja anyway. So yeah, man, it was just a bad luck, and unfortunately, it was my last fight in my contract. You know. So I talked to UFC, you know, I told them there was an injury, you know, happening during the fight, you know, and then I was hoping to give him, you know, one more chance at 135. So maybe just, you know, if I, you know, I lost back to back, you know, in the flyweight, just give him one shot. The bantamweight, my body frame, I can fight. I fought at 135 before, and but unfortunately there was no room, you know. So I said that's okay, you know, just move on, you know, move on to the next. But I just had a great run in UFC, man. You know, I can, you know, definitely sad with my losses, but happy with my wins and to fight Emilio Johnson there. You know, I had just great. You know, I dreamed to fight in UFC, and then I was in UFC for 6 years. You know, so for me, like it was definitely. I'm not like sad. I'm happy with my performance. Obviously, I know I wish I could have done better. You know, but I'm that satisfied, and you know, just move on to the next. You know, just go to the next step.
It's interesting. It sounds like the transition is pretty easy. I was going to ask you, I mean, is it tough to have that mindset? I mean, we know every fighter wants to be in the UFC, right? That's the highest level.
Yes.
And then you get there, and I mean, you fought the best. I mean, you fought two of the greatest ever, you know, and
yeah.
and you know, then to take a step, I don't want to say it's a step back, but you know, that next chapter of your career, was it difficult at all to get into that mindset of, okay, you know, that phase of my career is over.
Yeah.
Now we've got to move on. Was that tough at all?
Yeah, no, it's definitely tough. It's very tough. But for me, man, I'm a very positive guy, you know. So just think of the positive things that will come with, you know, and then you just have to accept it, you know. So I guess the longest it takes to accept it, the more it's gonna hurt, you know. So for me, I just have to accept this. I mean, now we're out of the UFC, you know. We did our best there. We had a great performance, you know. We had a great story with the UFC, you know. Now I just have to accept it and go to the next chapter, you know. So then, so I accept it, you know. So now we signed ARES, you know, even though my contract's open with the UFC and I'm still open to fight, especially right now with this whole thing going on, you know. And, I told the UFC that I'm available, you know, if they need, you know, like a short notice, you know, of who doesn't want to fight in UFC, you know. So I'm always open, you know, to come back to UFC. But I'm definitely excited now to, you know, to go and fight outside as well, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. I think ARES said they want to try to do October, I think is when they're looking at right now. Of course, you know, we don't know what the world is going to look like. Well, fingers crossed we're back fighting by then. If they go October, is October the date you want to go?
Pretty much, yeah, man. Yeah, man. You know, I've been training this whole time, you know, so then I'm definitely ready to go. I'm ready to go right now, you know. So hopefully, you know, the October, you know, that'll be perfect, yeah. And it'll be a versus. As of right now, I think it's versus Taylor Lapillus because there's no fighters out flyweight, so I have to go up to 135. And Taylor Lapillus, man, he's an exciting fighter to watch, and I watch him in the UFC. I actually trained with my teammate Guito Perez that fought him one time, you know, for that fight. So it'll be an exciting fight. So hopefully that fight or whatever fight we have to take it in. But for me, the most important thing is to get back in action, man. I'm like itching to get back, you know.
I got a feeling you don't mind fighting at 135 pounds. I know you don't like shedding that last 10.
Man, the last like 10 pounds, man, there's like I definitely excited to going back there. You know, make the 135 is not hard at all, you know. But from 135 to 135 is definitely a process that I take very careful, you know, because you know, it's just a lot of water, you know. Pretty much at that point in my body is just all water. I don't have like, you know, have nothing less like, you know, fat, nothing to cut. It's just pretty much water, you know. That's why I have to take, you know, 8 weeks procedures to, you know, to make the, you know, the weight cut smooth, you know. But I'm definitely excited going back.
Well, listen, I know we're all excited to see you fight again. It'll be too long, and we're excited to see just fights in general. You said it, man. Next stage of your career, man, you moved on. So give me an idea. What's the goals, man? What is driving you? What is it that you want to accomplish in this phase of your career?
Yeah. So for me, like, man, the most important thing is just like be happy. You know? I'm not doing nothing that I don't want to do it right now. I just want to keep fighting, you know, like I love fighting. I'm healthy. I'm 35, you know, so my goal now is, you know, so I'm fight ARES right now. So my goal is, you know, to win the belt over there and then see what's coming next, you know, like, so if they treat me good, I'll stay there. If I get better offers, I'll go to the next step, you know, but for me right now, I don't have a date that, like, you know, I'm like 35 right now. As they say, I'm almost going towards the end of my career. But at the same time, I feel like good. My body feels healthy, you know. So I'm going to keep fighting until I'm like, you know, and I feel good to train. My coaches think should be fighting, so I'll be fighting. But at the same time, now I'm in a stage now to look what's next besides fighting. You know, so I'm like think about like having a gym in the future, think other things I can be doing. You know, at the same time, not just like how you say just not like waiting for the outcome of my fights. I just want to do something that prepares something for the future. At the same time, now I'm slowing down in my career. I want to like get something ready for when I'm like done fighting. But at the same time, right now I'm staying busy, stay active. Teaching, coaching, doing all at the same time.
Fantastic, Wilson. Well, we will look forward to hopefully see you on that ARES SC2 card. It'll be live on UFC Fight Pass whenever it does happen. And in the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe. I guess stay inside and try to keep your mind right, your body right during all this craziness, right?
Of course, man. And you too, and then all the audience, everybody, man, stay safe, and then stay home because that's the best medicine right now,
Awesome, Wilson. Good to see you, man. I look forward to seeing you fighting.
Take care, man.